Hi guys, it's Chala from Crafting to the Chaos of Life. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm very excited for today's video for a couple of reasons. One, we are going to be starting a really fun project, and two, I am in my new studio space. I did some moving over this long weekend and am now in my brand new studio space, so the lighting might be a little different, the sound might be a little different. Just let me know down below what you think, if everything was okay for this video. And let's get started. So what we are going to be making today is an idea journal. I thought it would be a really good idea to make a journal for ourselves to collect different ideas of different pockets and flips and folds and ephemera pieces that we could add to journals and then have it for ourselves. So I just quickly went ahead and made this very quick journal. It's simply out of a granola box. I covered it with fabric from the dollar store that I got on a roll, and I did a simple one signature, and inside is I just put some scrapbooking paper down on the inside just to kind of finish it off. And as you can see, the pages are literally just photocopy paper, and in fact some of them are some off prints of stuff that's been printed. Some of them or papers left over from coffee dyeing that got coffee on them, but not completely. So again, this is just an idea journal. It's for me, and I don't really care what the pages look like. They just can be simple because I'm going to be sticking a whole bunch of things on them. And I like that it's blank because then I can, maybe write in there what the pocket is and certain measurements and what have you in there. Okay, so that's the first thing that you want to do, is you want to get yourself your own journal. Now, you don't have to make a journal. You can use a binder, you can use whatever you want, but that's the first step, is to get a journal. Now, this is a one signature journal, and it has 17 pages. Use as many pages as you like, use as many signatures as you like. Again, this is just for us to collect different ideas. And the first idea that we're going to start off with is this fun little kind of pocket tuck space, and I'll show you how it works. So we have a pocket here, we have a pocket here. When we glue this down onto the page, we're going to have a pocket here. Then we have a side tuck spot here and a side tuck spot over here. Okay, so lots of fun different elements to this, but this is super simple, you guys. Anyone can make this. So let's go ahead and get started with that. The first thing you are going to want is a piece of 12 by 12 paper, and I've cut, this one is actually 6 inches long, but this next one that we're going to be doing is 4 inches by 12. Okay, so it doesn't matter, you can do this however wide you want it. The most important measurement is that 12-inch mark. Okay, we need it to be 12 inches long for this to work with the measurements that I have. Okay, you can obviously alter the measurements yourself, but for this pocket, that's what we're doing. Okay, so I'm going to set this one aside for a minute, and I have cut down this piece of cardstock. It is best to do with double-sided cardstock. On this first one that I did here, you can see I did it with just one-sided cardstock, and it's not bad, it's fine, it works. But again, it's much nicer if it's double-sided cardstock. If it is directional cardstock, you do kind of want to take note, and I'll show you where that comes in. Okay, so the first thing we want is our scoreboard, so let's get that out. And I have my scoreboard out already. Okay, so again, just to recap, just make sure I'm kind of on screen here. Okay, so this measures 4 inches by 12 inches. And what we want to do is, if you have directional paper, so this isn't directional, but if you have a top piece, you're going to want, now I have to think of this, you're going to want the direction to go this way. So you want, so if this was the top part, you want it to go this way. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to score And our scoring marks, I just have to remind myself, are 4. So score 4 inches, 7 inches, and 10 inches. Okay, so then what you want to do is you want to take this 10-inch piece and you want to fold it up. Okay, so this is where the directional piece comes in. Okay, so this piece here is the same as this piece here. Okay, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to fold this down and then fold it back up. So super simple. Okay, so you can see how that is. It's just a simple fold. So this folds up, this folds up, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to do our gluing. Now let me just move my scoreboard. Why is that word hard to say today? Scoreboard. There we go. Okay, we're going to go ahead and use our art glitter glue for this. And so what we want to do is on this little flap here, we want to do a thin bead of glue on either side, and that will create our first pocket. Now, not so thin on this instance, but that's okay. Just gonna grab a dry wet wipe here. Okay, so then we'll fold that and glue it down. Okay, so we've essentially created our first pocket, which is this. Now, I rounded the corners before I glued this one. This one I'm not going to round the corners. So if you do want them rounded, you're going to want to round them before we go ahead and glue them down. Okay, and then the next thing we want to do is we want to glue this piece. Okay, see it there? You want to glue this piece here. So again, a nice thin bead of glue. I hope everyone's doing well. I thought this would be a fun project for Family Day. Nice and quick and simple, but it gives us something to put in our idea journal and to give us, you know, some ideas to go off of what we can put in our journals. I know sometimes it's hard to come up with ideas. Okay, so now we're left with this little flappy piece here. Okay, and so what we want to do there is we want to put some glue down the middle so that it creates our 2 tuck spots. Now, you could just glue along the bottom and have it almost like a belly band, whatever you think works best for you. On this instance, what you'd want to do is you'd want to go ahead and line up your piece on a grid and find out where the middle is. So that would be at 2 inches for this 4-inch piece, and then I'd want to put the glue on the 2-inch piece right there, and then on the bottom. Because this is so small, I'm not sure if I have anything that's going to be small enough. So I'm actually going to change this a little bit. This one has the glue down the middle and has 2 side tucks on either side. I'm going to change this. I'm actually going to, instead of putting the glue down the middle and the bottom, I'm just going to, let's see, let's glue down this side and the bottom, and then we'll just have a tuck on the right hand side for a larger tag, just because this is a smaller piece. Again, you can change the measurements of this to suit your needs. You can do it as a 2-sided tuck, you could do it as a belly band type thing, whatever suits your need. That's the great thing about this type of project, is you can change it up just a bit and tweak it to how you want it. Okay, so now we have a pocket here, pocket here. We're going to have a pocket here when we glue it on our page, and then we have a little tuck spot here. And we could even just glue it on the two sides again and have an extra one in behind here. It's all up to you. You can definitely change it the way you want it. Now, the one thing also I didn't do, I didn't round the corners, and I haven't inked. So I'm going to kind of just ink up a bit here. Nothing too drastic. And you could even put a little thumb notch in there if you want. It might get a little tricky on this one because it is folded over, but you definitely could put one thumb notch there. So I'm just going to go ahead and ink this a bit, just so you can see those pockets. It's a little hard to tell on this paper. Okay, I'll just ink up all the sides just to give it some dimension. And there we go, we have our first idea for our idea journal. Isn't that awesome? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this into my idea journal. Glue it on the first page. And then what I'll do is I'll take a little piece of paper with the measurements and I'll just tuck it inside here just so that I remember, or you can write them on the side where to score. So again, for this we want it glued on the three sides. Hopefully my glue will play nice with us. So on the sides, on the bottom, and then again on the other side, leaving that top open for it to be a pocket. And I'll just glue that into our book. And there we go. Look at that. So we've got there, 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 and a little one here. Again, if you glued it in the middle, you could have another tuck on this side, but I like how this works here. So, thanks so much for joining me for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it and that everything is working well in my new setup. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and P.S. I love you. Hey guys, if you'd like to participate in my snail mail swap where we exchange fun craft supplies with each other, go ahead, take my address down and send me a note. I can't wait to see what you send me, and I can't wait to send you a package in return. Thanks so much guys, and P.S. I love you.